Hello and good morning. Welcome to Grace.Filled. I am so excited because I get to share another video with you, and that brings me joy. So, in my last video, we were talking about connections and just preparing for the Sabbath, but more of the cleaning in the house and the inner work. And that was on Thursday that I filmed and posted on Friday. And today I'm giving you a little bit of what our Friday looked like. So we were doing our schoolwork. We already did all the cleaning and all the laundry on Thursday, so we were good there. Thursday night, my Walmart order came in, and so you see us today going ahead and preparing for our meals. So I believe in we all eat, we all work, kind of all hands on deck. And I find when everyone helps and when everyone participates, I typically get a lot less complaining. Like literally, it can taste horrible and they're like, oh, it's so good. Versus I could make something that tastes 10 times better and they're like, it's okay. Like, really? So I just think it's something about making stuff yourself that just makes it taste and look and just feel better than possibly it actually is. Just my thoughts. If you guys share the same sentiment, let me know in the comments below because I really would like to know. So today I've got Papa washing and peeling the cucumber. I've got baby girl Kalani helping out. I am I'm cubing some cinnamon raisin breads, trying to make them about 1-inch pieces because I am making a vegan French toast casserole that we will be eating on Saturday morning. This is perfect. I can make it now. We can have it then. I don't have to cook it or do anything to it. And what I really love is that it doesn't require a lot of work. We can just sit down together as a family, eat it, and enjoy it. And that is the end of that. So that's what we're doing here. But that's not all we're doing in this video. We are finishing up this tray. I typically try at least for the Sabbath to have a raw tray or raw vegetables if you want to say it that way. So cucumbers, tomato, celery, most of the time carrots, broccoli. I love broccoli with hummus. Cucumber and hummus, those are my favorites. But today we had some crackers that were close to expiration, not expired, close to expiration. So I decided that we would add the crackers to it as well. And that is one of the goals for those of you who follow the Grace.Filled monthly challenge. For the month of March, the challenge was to either spend $25 a week on groceries, using up things that were going to expire within the next day, week, month, what have you, or and whatever's in your freezer, pantries, etc., or it was to take $25 a week and build up your food storage. So when I went through my own personal, I realized that I had some crackers that were expiring. And so this is a great way to even menu plan too. Like, what do I have that needs to be used up? What do I have that's expiring? What do I have that we just don't like? And maybe I can find a recipe just for that thing and make it something special. So I went through, again, my cabinets. I went through my refrigerator. Don't have anything in the freezer, but I just went through everything, and I had a few other vegetables that needed to be used up or that just could be used up. Keep in mind, we're plant-based, so vegetarian, we have a vegan, and so our life looks a little bit different. But I had carrots, I had some parsnips, I had some turnips, and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and use these up. Like, I didn't want it to waste. I didn't want it to just be in the refrigerator. So here we are, just peeling those root vegetables and getting them chopped up. We went ahead and added some olive oil, some sea salt, and last but not least, we went ahead and added a little bit of maple syrup. stuck them in the oven for about 400, maybe 425 for about 30 minutes, and they were so delicious. My favorites were their turnips. They really sucked in that juice and the maple syrup. It was just so amazing, but they all were absolutely amazing. So we also had this bag of kale. So I was thinking about doing this, doing that, and I'm like, listen, baby, you're already doing a lot, and we're just gonna keep it simple. So I went ahead and just did the kale with a little bit of water. I'm remembering now that I didn't add veggie broth, which I should have, but just added a few seasonings, a little bit of maple syrup, and we just, ate them like that. So that was another thing that we went ahead and made. Oh my gosh, was Papa just pretending that was a microphone? These kids are so fun and so funny, and I would absolutely love not to do a voiceover, but as you can imagine, 5 of us together at one time, it gets pretty loud, and they're always talking and beatboxing and laughing. And so I typically just voice over, but you guys have seen some of their one-on-ones and you know that it's funny. So they are eager to help. So look at Papa dancing. Oh my goodness. I am just so blessed to be their moms, and I have to tell myself that too sometimes in the middle of prepping and stuff, because I'm like, oh my goodness. But they want to be helpful, and the thing is, if I keep saying no now, when they get older, they'll no longer have that desire to help me. And so for everything they want to help me with, of course, yes. Even if internally I might feel a different way, I try to sing a hymn. I try to sing a song. I try to have a little time of worship and just really enjoy their presence. And sometimes that means enjoying their arguments. Sometimes it means enjoying their singing. That's maybe not always so lovely. It just means a lot, but it also means a lot, if you get what I'm saying. These moments are precious, and I'm thankful that I get to have them. So I'm behind on a few videos, and that's okay, because the point of these videos is to be encouraging and helpful and motivating. You know, my channel is all about motivating, inspiring, and encouraging you in your faith, in your home, in your life, in your homeschool, in your homestead. And so I feel a season changing, and I've just got to go with this season. You know, as we're entering into the spring and summer, my content won't change specifically, but my content will change, if that makes sense. So right now, I am chopping and cooking and making and freezing all these meals that we have that are store-bought produce and items. Well, come the summer, I am going to be canning and freezing and freeze drying all of these produce, fruits, vegetables, etc. that we've grown, that we've got from the local farmers markets and things like that. And so things are going to look a little bit different, because you'll be kind of seeing what the produce looked like, what it was that we were able to grow, what we're bringing in, the harvest, and how we're using the harvest. So also I had some onions, and I thought I was going to make a French onion soup. You guys love when I make French onion soup. But I decided that I was going to wait on that again. I was already doing a lot. So I decided, yeah, I'll just wait. So I did not use the onions in this video, but I did use the jalapeno peppers. You know, we love those specifically in our jalapeno cornbread. And what I did was decided to use the peppers to make some stuffed peppers. I hadn't had them in a while, and I just kind of had a taste for them, and they were really good. However, next time what I would do differently is I probably would bake the peppers or bell peppers in the oven, maybe just 3 to 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes prior, and then go ahead and do what I do just to get the pepper a little bit softer. I personally like a really, really soft pepper. My kids loved it and no one complained, but for me personally, that is something that I would have liked to do. So I have some videos coming up where I made some strawberry jam last week. And I did not get to share that. I made some scones with the kids. I did not get to share that. We have built some raised beds. We are working on enlarging the chicken coop. I didn't get to share those. I plan to do a video on the goal project wish list if you want to for 2022, and all of the projects that I want to get done as far as like painting this and that outside the house. So you guys have seen a lot of my videos revolve around the inside of the house, the homemaking, homekeeping, homeschooling parts and aspects. And again, what I was getting to before is now that the spring is basically upon us and the summer will be following right after, there'll be more of what's happening outside, I feel, than inside. And that's, I guess, kind of what I want to talk to you about a little bit in this video too. I know it's so hard to please everybody and to make everybody happy. And at the end of the day, I'm fine with documenting my journey. I'm fine with being able to look back and see the things that I've done, because honestly, between you and me, sometimes I feel like I don't get a lot done. I'm like, I just waste time. I'm like, I didn't do this, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And sometimes I'm really hard on myself. And it's interesting because I would never be hard on you. I would tell you, what one thing can you do today? But for myself, it's not like that. And I realized that, and I'm like, I want to be more gracious to myself, not just grace-filled, but grace-filled to myself, if you know what I mean. And so I cannot make everybody happy. And so that is not my intention. I've shared with you guys, my intention is to please an audience of one. I want to hear the Father say, "Well done, thy good and faithful servant." That's the intention. That's my goal. That is the ultimate desire. My life is for him. But since you guys do watch, I'm wondering some things as I try to navigate my life in this season and what's happening. I started a separate page last year, Grace.Filled Gardens, so that I wouldn't confuse you guys over here, and so that I wouldn't take up space over here for people who just followed me for the homeschooling and for the encouragement. I didn't want to have too many things and you feel like, yeah, I don't want to follow her anymore. So I thought it would be a good idea to break things up a bit. And then after I broke it up, I toyed with the decision, like maybe I should have just kept it together. It would have been one less thing to worry about, and I wouldn't have had to worry about starting all over from day one, since I already have people who love me and who are subscribed to my channel, who love my family. Why go and reinvent the wheel? But not everybody is into gardening and homesteading and chickens and chicken coops and all these things that I share. And I don't want you to see those videos and be like, oh yeah, I'm done with her. So that's the reason why I split it. And initially I was just going to do all the things flower farm on that page. But I have an Instagram that I started when I first moved to the property. I started an Instagram page, Grace.Filled Gardens. And on the gardens page, I share all of my gardens, the produce, the vegetables, everything. So I've been toying with the idea initially of having just the Grace.Filled Gardens be the flower farm and the flowers, and then letting Grace.Filled be the vegetables. And now I'm thinking I will let Grace.Filled Gardens be all of the gardens. Let's not isolate and separate them. Let it be all of the gardens, all of the harvest, all of the tours. And Grace.Filled could be the canning, the dehydrating, what I'm cooking with what I harvested. So that's kind of where I am right now. And hopefully that makes sense. And some of you guys who've been doing this longer than me, I've been doing this 6 years, but I know some of you guys have been doing this longer. I know a lot of new people who are homesteaders started following me recently, and I don't want to, lose you guys, but just wanted to know your ideas. Can we talk about how delicious this peach and apple cobbler was? I really had to control myself because I think I want to eat the whole pan. So I think I'm just gonna focus on getting these pizzas done.
She ate that much.
So I went ahead and finished up the casserole. I went ahead and made a apple and peach cobbler. And now that the dough is thawed out, this was the one that I did like a freezer meal prep thing. Actually, no, this is I think I did freezer meals in that video too, but this was the video when we did all the vegan and vegetarian pizzas. I think I did like 7 in the oven with the dough, and then what I did was froze one last dough. Well, this is that last dough, and I knew that I could cut it in half and get 2 pizzas. So what I did was what we did was we went ahead and just chopped up all the things. So we had some vegan bacon, some vegan sausages, we have some olives and pineapples, we have lots of cheeses. And so what we did was we even used some jalapeno peppers. And so what we did was just got everything rolled out, and we just made these 2 pizzas. And this is all that we did for the Sabbath prep. It was so fun just kind of having, I feel like every single kid helped in some capacity in one way or the other. You see when it's pizza time, you see my oldest, but throughout you've seen the other ones. Oh, and we did have some peach sweet tea. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. If you thought this video was encouraging, if you thought it was motivating, if you thought it was inspiring for you or your home or your children in any way, would you do me a favor and give me a thumbs up? I would greatly appreciate it. I am out of time, never out of words. So I will be back with another video soon. Until then, peace and blessings. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss another video. And I pray that you have a great week.